Hi, I'm Sifu Dom Békés, and this is a little review of a training video that I made a few years ago to do with Chi Sao and light sparring. The Chi Sao, the sticking hands, it improves the close distance focusing with the eyes, so your visual reflexes are improved. Also, from the point of contact, you learn to find the gaps or the openings in the opponent's defense or your training partner's defense. So you're sharpening the sensitivity in your contact reflexes. You're looking for the opening, you're looking for arms crossed, you're looking for an elbow to trap and to find a way through. You're also using your sense of touch to deflect force, redirect force and release force, all as part of the same practice. All of these things are heightened so that when you are doing some light sparring and you increase the distance away from the other person, where you introduce more timing and distance, still when you actually bridge, you're training from the Chi Sao, the sticking hands kicks in. So once you make contact, you can find the openings, you can move to and control the blind side, you can deal with the strategically with the other person in a much better way, get the best advantage. The best hand placement really is what you're trying to achieve, the best hand placement. So you have to do that in a drill form, and that's really what the Chi Sao is giving you, by becoming familiar with where you place your hands when you make contact, and then how you can then maneuver from there to controlling the opponent's blind side, control his leading elbow, set up an arms crossed situation, essentially so that he can't strike you. You are defended, simultaneous defense and counter-attack, so you're in a protected position and the other person is struggling to line up their strikes. But obviously this has to be done extremely quickly. There's no time to think when you're that close to the opponent, so it all has to be developed into a reflex action, and that essentially is what the training of the Chi Sao does. It develops it into a reflex action, and that then you can then utilize when you go into sparring, light sparring, or or even heavy sparring. The moment you make contact, you're using those trained pathways to put you in the right position for advantage. Essentially what you're doing is you use your elbow to defend you, to defend the center, forces the other person to take the outside path, or to engage with your hands, in which case the sensitivity from the Chi Sao training kicks in. And then you use your eyes to detect the openings, if your opponent has too much weight on the front foot or the back foot, so you look for his balance, weakness of his balance, his opening, if his elbow is exposed or if his arms are crossed, and you try to punish those weaknesses whilst defending those weaknesses in your own position.
And actually, if this one is coming in, be ready to defend this, because you might have to defend this. Everyone likes to cross. So watch the elbow and then cover. Okay, good. Right, try that. If I've got contact and I feel him move towards me, I can move as well. So now he still has to move to try and do something. So I'm always trying to make sure that I'm not under any pressure, the round punch. So do a Bill Sao sidestep, same thing, get out of the line of his force. And then grab his wrist and his elbow, do a double lap Sao. So you get full control of him, and then go in with a pack Sao punch, lap Sao punch. You could use a knee, you could use a palm, you could use an elbow, put whatever you feel you want to experiment with, but try and get that full control. Try and get that double lap Sao. So Bill Sao sidestep, you watch the elbow. So you watch the elbow, Bill Sao, double lap Sao. Obviously he can't use his rear arm, can't use his rear leg. You could cross stamp kick if you wanted to further attack his balance, and then put your strikes in. Sure. Okay. So you want to throw the round punch, yeah. So cover here, and then push here, and then strike.
Feel where the end is going, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still worked on the straight punch.
As long as you're watching the elbow
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
You
It doesn't make the odds,
yeah,
does it?
yeah. If he was coming in with a Tan Sao, again, I would sidestep, deflect the force, cover the elbow, watch for the cross arm, pin the arms from the blind side. So you train your contact reflexes, you train your visual reflexes to do the same thing that you do in the fighting technique, you train it in the Chi Sao.
So I'll put that here.
Yes, yes,
If I was going here, I would automatically want to check that arm.
yes.
I don't know if that's right or wrong, but
No,
just from the position I'm being in, I didn't like
absolute-
the arm being just kind of...
Absolutely right. So
Dangling.
when you push him and he goes backwards, you notice that point where he steps back, like that.
Yeah.
That bit, he's not in control of his coordination.
Yeah.
So when he's not in control of his coordination, that's when you can hit him. That moment when he's out of balance, so he can't throw
I'm
that.
not really worried
He
about
can't. If I went in to do this here and he stepped back and he's in control of his coordination, if I do that, he's he's functioning.
So the idea is to try and get that.
Yeah, exactly. That shock on him. So now he moves back. Now you can hit him, and then you can hit him with something else. That's part of the reason of grabbing here. You want the push back. You want to attack his balance. But if you can't get around there, then you have to just move that one out the way. Then you can move across and take his balance. And then the defense, if he does it to you, see that the weakness of the grip is here between the thumb and the finger. So you step back into the side. It's not a very good place to show it. Let's do it this side. The weakness of the grip is here. So you step back into the side, control the elbow, and pull your arm out the weak point of the grip, and then counter-attack back. So you step back into the side. Again, he can't follow up his attack, and then you counter there. You don't want to step back, because then he can do that, and then he can get onto your blind side. So as he does that, you want to get onto his blind side from there. Sweep, elbow, whatever.